Oh, I drink Cozy Island.
What's
It's okay.
Ice water goes straight on the table.
Yeah, Lynn. One of the twins. Remember? Yeah, Michael's sister. Yeah, I want to show you something. Where is it? Where are my videos? Okay.
Just leave them in the front.
Yeah, really. Okay, videos. My son made this for you. He met you a long time ago.
Yeah, I gotta dust them off, you know.
Oh, you can't hear what he's saying though. He's saying, Mazel tov on your 90th birthday, and he's so happy that he's here to celebrate it. I will. You know what?
No, you can't say you will.
My son will.
Well, no, it's just I will. I hope so. I think so.
Sure, I remember what you did.
Sweet wife before you.
How you feeling, birthday boy? Yeah, you look good.
Another one for the picture?
Oh, wait. Hold on.
She wants a picture. You want to get
behind Morty. Get behind.
No. Okay. Okay, Zadie. There you go. We need your
Zadie, look here.
Wait. Okay, beautiful. One more. Right.
1 second. Julia, you get in this picture now. With your mom.
Okay, let's go. Really? She's so smart. Wow.
Hello.
Wow. Wow. Not married.
Окей. Ничего страшного, просто скажи, что я спросил, что какой подарок. А, Белрой, да. Да, просто фон введи Milk and Honey. Да.
So nice. I want everybody to enjoy the evening. Make yourself at home. Connect with old friends. Make a few new friends. More than anything, connect with life. I don't think that's 90 years old. It's amazing how the years just zip away. 90 years young. No, the actual birthday's too long. We take it to 10 people will be too busy for the 20th. April 20th, yeah. April 20th. Whoa. Thank you so much.
You go ahead.
We're asking you what you do. I told you it's all illegal.
I miss you.
We're asking you what you do.
Drugs.
We're still around. I would bet again. Cheaper that way.
We have 1,200 pictures you can look through. It'll be like being there.
Oh yeah, sure. But hi, Dolly. How are you? Good. How are you? I've invented these pies. I just
on your heart?
It's time to come when I achieved the highest plateau in my life, to come and to celebrate my 90th birthday. Thank you very much, everybody. A gesunden, a lebendigen 9 Jahr for everybody.
Okay, I'd like to say a few words, and you know, the truth of the matter is, my wife and I just came back from Yerushalayim, where we spent the last Shabbat in a home where they had about 50 guests, and the condition of everybody enjoying the meal was every guest had to say something profound and give a blessing. I'm not going to ask everybody to do that, but I'm going to pick a few of you to come and share a few words, and I'll tell you why. You know, my parents are Holocaust survivors. And thank God I have my Auntie Dolly here, who survived. But aside from Dolly, you know, we don't have any family. When my parents came here, many of you are connected to the miracle of the relationships that my mother Helena and my father NISON made. We got the Hart family here, and we got the Stein family, and the Gable family, and so many other individuals, and Rose Levy, and we go a long way back, and there was no question when I grew up, this was Uncle so-and-so, and that was Auntie so-and-so. We were all aunties and uncles. I didn't know that these were make-believe, but they weren't make-believe, because we are here tonight to show that we are family. We are Mishpucha. We are Am Yisrael Chai. And it was so exciting when I was phoning everybody to come here, to see how thrilled everybody was to come and share an opportunity to be together. So although it is really nice to be sharing my father's 90th birthday, I'll tell you quite honestly, it's really nice just to be here together. Thank you. So your presence here tonight means a lot to me, to my father, to my family. I have to apologize for my brother Joseph, who could not be here, but he does extend his welcome and his best wishes to everybody. And my daughter Miriam, who is right now in Israel. For those of you who are following Facebook, she's world famous now for a photograph that she took just a few weeks ago. My daughter Miriam was at Auschwitz concentration camp, and she stood in front of the gates of Auschwitz, the gates where it said Arbeit macht free, and she stood there holding an Israeli flag. And that picture had been seen now by almost 2 million people, which is pretty profound. And so, you know, we are excited that we can be here. My only wish is that, and Moshe Zombik, the proprietor of this restaurant, said, don't wait 10 years to do this again. Do it every year. We need to get together more often. Because the truth of the matter is, there's so much that we enjoy in being each other's company. Yes, Daddy, what do you want to say?
I had a family, an unusual family, a big family. I had a father and a mother and a sister. The sister looked so beautiful. She was 21, like Elizabeth Taylor. And it was unbelievable. And I had 5 brothers, and they killed them. And you know how they killed them? They put them in a fire alive. It was burning a fire, and they threw them in alive. Mamish with kids in the hand, and they threw them in the fire. This is unbelievable.
Daddy, we just finished celebrating Yom HaShoah yesterday, 2 days ago, where we commemorate the Holocaust.
Okay.
And your testimony is written in Washington. I don't know if those of you remember the shit that they made a video of Zadie and Bubi, and it's in the Holocaust Museum, giving testimony to all this as well.
Okay.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
I want to ask a couple other people to speak, okay, Daddy?
Okay.
First of all, I want to ask Michael Hart to say a few words.
I have to go right now.
No, okay? You know what, I'm going to ask Mel. Mel, you got a few words to say? Mel is one of the few, I know Mel since he was born. So I think Mel can say a few words.
Impromptu.
Impromptu, 2 minutes of impromptu.
Well, I mean, actually, NISON, Canadian Horror, is my godfather. Well, I mean, when I see everybody here, and just to reiterate what Julius said, when I see everybody here, Willie, Al, Moisha, Jane, Eva, the whole street that we grew up on, I mean, like you said, you are my family. I didn't have any, aunts or uncles. My father, born in Poland, like all these other people here, came to Canada. He lost 7 brothers, sisters, parents in Auschwitz, and I guess we all have this survivor mentality and all that. But nonetheless, I'm like NISON and Helen were like parents to me. Julius, Joe, Sheridan, like brothers. I mean, they took me under their wing and showed me this and showed me that. Marty.
Don't tell them everything.
That's in private. I mean, you took me under your wing and showed me a few things downtown, and I don't know. So I don't know. To be, and now I'm stuck for words and all that. Usually I'm not, but it's a thrill and an honor to have. The Rosens here too. I mean, it's wild to have everybody here together, and you're just mentioning that. I mean, you're right. We shouldn't wait 10 years. We should do this a yearly basis. We are all family, that's for sure. So
Thank you so much.
I'm honored to be here.
Thank you so much. Yes, Marty. Marty got a few words to say. Marty, I know Marty for over 50 years.
50 years. I was 2 at the time. But amazing.
Cut his hair since.
He used to cut my hair, but I got scared. So I met Julius through AZA, and we were 2 guys that weren't that popular. So we decided we'll do a little comedy. So we became these characters. Hello, how are you?
We'll go there.
Anyways, don't want to talk, Julius?
I've got a voice.
What's the matter? You can't talk in front of all the... Anyways, we did this shtick. From 2 guys that were unpopular to people saying, you're Marty and Julius? Come on in. So I've been through with the family for a long time. Probably the one thing that you don't know is Mr. Ciss's garden, for the people that lived on Gaines, right, was a showpiece. You'd go in, and there was a maze and trees and everything, and how much he loved that garden and what he did with the garden. And then Julius needed a coat. Mr. Ciss made the coat himself. Remember the sewing machine in the basement? Mr. Ciss did that. We spent a lot of Shabbases at the Ciss home, and we always had great food and laughter. And when you think, how did 50 years go by so fast? But I remember when I went to Keynes Avenue, like you'd be sitting there and like everybody would be saying hello. It was like something out of a movie, like a Norman Rockwell thing where everybody in the neighborhood knew each other. And we were just talking, we made a little movie in 1969 with Deborah, and we were talking about, the time and the fun. Julius was such an amazing person that, I don't know if you all remember the art piece that he did in high school, and he sold it. His talent and his love and his warmth and caring for his family, and it just extends and touches so many people. So I've been honored to have a friend that, not just a friend to me, but a friend to many people, that does a lot of good and works with a lot of people. And nobody will ever forget his art. And Mr. Ciss, you always have a smile, and you're always been warm and loving. I didn't have a father. You were much like a father many times to me. Cut your hair, get a haircut. For God's sake, get a clean pair of pants and wash with the ship pins. I'm still wearing the chef pants and I haven't had a haircut yet. But anyways, to you, Mr. Ciss, thank you for so many memories and wonderful Shabbos. And oh my God, the food he could cook, like the canning, the food. Everybody remember the food? Anyways, let's give a hand to Mr. Ciss. Thank you for a lifetime of memories and a lifetime of joy and smile. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Marty. You know, they say in Jewish tradition that when you have a meal, especially at a big Suda like this, you should have a word of Torah. And I would like to call upon my colleague, Rabbi Mike. Oh, you want to go first?
I'll go first. I'll go now.
I was going to call upon my colleague.
No, I know, but like,
I'm going to call.
I don't want to go after Big Mike Scoba.
No. So I would like
after Marty.
So I would like to ask Michael Hart. I would like to ask. I've known Michael since he was a baby, and I'm just going to give a quick introduction to Michael Hart's family. When my parents came from Europe, there were two families.
Your parents are from Europe?
There were two families that were really, really incredible in taking my parents in. First of all, I'd like to honor Evelyn Mandel, who's here with her husband Joe, and her daughter Pauline and son-in-law Jeff. They are Havila, Evelyn. Her mother was Rebbetzin Berenson, and she met my father in downtown Spadina when he had just come off the boat practically, and saw how destitute he was, and basically invited my mom and dad and my brother Joe to live in her house for 6 months until they got on their feet, which is an incredible thing. And so I have to say that your parents, Rabbi Berenson and Rebbetzin Berenson, were a part of our family. And it's a story that is unbelievable. What makes the story even more remarkable is that my daughter, just this Shabbos, spent Shabbos with your daughter, Gabriel, in what's the name of the family? Efrat. So it's a really nice connection. But in addition to your family, it was the Urkoviches. The Urkoviches took in my parents also. An amazing, amazing family. We called Mr. and Mrs. Urkovich Ma and Pa. That's what we called them. Ma and Pa. Auntie Rivka and Rabbi Berenson were one, and Ma and Pa were the other. And again, when you had no relatives, when the Nazis had killed them all, the resiliency of us to come together. And so Michael's grandfather, my Pa, was really instrumental in making our family feel strong and bonded and cohesive, and gave us strength, gave us chizuk to be a substantive family in Toronto's Jewish community. So I'd like to call upon Michael Hart to say a few words.
There's just like no way I'm going to get through this without weeping. Okay, I was trying to explain to my daughter on Thursday night. That Mummy and I are going to this for NISON Ciss. It's a party, and I was talking with the family, and I was just like a 5-year-old schoolgirl crying. And then I realized I'm always like that when I think with this family. So it works like this. This is a remarkable, remarkable family. And I grew up thinking that they were somehow related, that we were related. I thought Julius was my cousin until I was until the early 20s. Because I didn't really, you don't really know about the families that much, the relationships. And then after my father passed away, I did my genealogy, and I realized this is Mom, what's going on with that? And she was like, well, we sort of adopted them, and then I talked to NISON, and some of my earliest memories are sitting really on Keynes Avenue, and really being really quiet in the corner, listening to NISON talk about his experiences in the war, and it was like just the most. You left there, and you were totally drained, and you were you didn't have your last emotion, and listening to Helen talk about her experiences was shockingly, it was just so removed from somebody that grew up in Toronto, and I always used to say the Cisses were their family were like a metaphor for the Jewish people in the 20th century. They were, I don't know if a lot of people, I guess, remember going into the house. Helen Helena couldn't stand if you didn't have food in your mouth. If you didn't have something she made in your mouth, it was like she was like pushing it in, and the other hand was coming forward. It was like she was like the sweetest, most beautiful neshama. They don't make people like that. Like it was just, she was just the most a beautiful, beautiful woman, physically and in all ways that the soul can be beautiful. She was beautiful, and NISON was this was really like hard, real tough. You know, growing up, I thought he was like, I thought he looked like Superman to me. He was a giant. You know, he was, you know, he spoke with such authority, that deep voice. He always had that deep voice. And then the three boys, you know. So Joey, I had a real special connection with Joey. Joseph, your grandfather. He was. I remember when he came back. You know, so Joey went to. That's what we used to say about Joey. The 6-Day War in 1967 would have lasted 9 or 10 days if it wasn't for Joey. Right? War, isn't that true? 9 or 10 days. Okay. Short. That's right. He cut that war short. So and I remember they made a big party on Canes when they came back, and everybody was so happy. And I remember my dad and Joey were doing pull-ups on the trellis. You made this beautiful trellis, the white one, and they were doing pull-ups on it. And I remember, you know, I was 9. You know, I was just a kid. I was too young to know anything, but it was such a happy time. Such a beautiful time, you know, this family that had really come, you know, like risen out of the ashes, and they had these 3 beautiful sons, and then, you know, these sons are going to start a dynasty. Just saying, a daughter starting a dynasty. So, you know, and it was the most. I remember that night. It was with such clarity. It was such a beautiful day and such a beautiful night and I remember Joey pulled me in through the basement window. He was like so strong. Anyway, and Sheridan, Sherry, we always go. I didn't even know what Sheridan. I thought it was Sheridan. You know, I thought his name was Sherry. He was a beautiful boy, and you know, unfortunately, he's not with us tonight. And you know, when Julius is enough person. You know, Julius is such a strong personality that I don't remember what my Zeta sounded like. I do his father when I do that accent. So I'm so proud to be part of your family. So proud to know you. So honored to be here, and I wish you you know, climb and. Should know from 120.
Oh, me.
119 we get from.
Thank you. No, I just many people don't realize my father's gone through a very difficult time the last few years. You know, my dad broke his back a couple years ago and was in a back brace for almost a full year. And unfortunately, he can't walk anymore because of it. But we are so thankful that we have had the amazing talents of a few different caregivers who have taken care of my dad for the last 4 years. We have Dolores here, Lee and Davina, who treat him like their own. I would like just to ask Dolores just to say a few words for my dad. Maybe you can come up here.
It's a pleasure for me to be here tonight and to say a few words on behalf of Mr. Ciss. I've been taking care of Mr. Ciss now for almost 4 years. And he's a sweetheart, and he wants to be. we fight, and we make up. You know, he can't do without me. I said, you get mad at me. I said, I'm going home. Go home. And he said, Dolores, I love you. So, you know, it's a pleasure taking care of him. And I told him on Thursday that when I was leaving, I said, I see you on Sunday. He said, make sure you come. I said, I'm going to try. Make sure you're there, and I want you to sit beside me. And I want you to dress like a bride. I said, you want me to wear white or black? I said, I want you to dress like a bride. I said, who's going to be my husband? I am. So here I am. And Julius, he's something else. He is a wonderful son. I've never seen one like Julius. Never seen one. And like I said to Julius the other day, that I've been in the looking after, being around the elderly, and I've never seen one son like this one. So good.
Like father, like son.
He's so good. He's so good. There's nothing that his dad wants or nothing. He tried to make him happy in every single way. He makes his dad happy, and I'm very proud of him. And you want to say something about me? Okay, say something about me.
And one thing you can hear what I'm going to say. Your name, Dolores. This is out of this world for our movement. When I came, you know, she didn't know me, nothing, and things time, but it was wonderful, and I loved her so much. It is on words, but she took care of me, and the knowledge, the programs she makes herself to make me feel better. And that's what I want to say, Dolores. I want to wish you another 10 years to come here with me.
Yes, so I wish you all the best, okay? And I see you the best.
Also.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, good. Well, okay, so I was mentioning before that you know, we have a mitzvah when we have a meal, especially for such a happy occasion, to have a word of Torah that could be elevated. So I'm very fortunate that in the work that I do, I'm associated with Rabbi Michael Skobach. I would like to ask Rabbi Skobach to say a few words of Torah. Maybe you can come up here, Rabbi Skobach.
For Nison's birthday. Just yesterday in synagogue, the Torah portion we read takes place after 7 days of Moses dedicating the sanctuary. And after those 7 days, on the 8th day, that's the name of the portion from yesterday, on the 8th day, his big brother Aaron, the high priest, takes over. Tonight, our high priest, our Kohen Gadol, NISON Ciss, has completed his 8th decade. And now he's beginning his 9th decade that we're celebrating. And it's an incredible coincidence, not coincidence, it's just a connection, that our Kohen Gadol is named NISON Ciss. Nisan is the name of the month that we're now ending. Today is the last day in the month of Nisan. And the word Nisan comes from the word meaning miracle. Because Nisan, as well as many of you, are a testimony to the miracle of Jewish survival. The fact that we could all be here together with so many of us, who really, it's a miracle that we're here. It's a miracle that your families were able to survive all of the challenges that were put up to our survival. And Mr. Ciss is certainly one of the amazing, amazing testimonies to that miracle. And then the name Ciss is related to the word tzitz. The high priest, the Kohen Gadol, wore something called a tzitz. It was an ornament over his forehead. And it said that it was holy to God. And all of us are really holy to God. We're all very special to God. Now our holy rabbis teach ben tishim lasuach, that when you're 90 years old, it's lasuach. Could mean that you get bent over, but it could mean the word to converse and to speak about. And I think that one possible interpretation of this is ben tishim lasuach, that when you want to speak about a 90-year-old, you go to his ben, you go to his son. And to look at a devoted son like Julius, we see an incredible testimony to the quality of Nisan, of our birthday boy today. They always say that the apple doesn't fall far from the tree, and we see such an incredibly dedicated son a dedicated Jew, someone who's committed his life to helping all Jews across the world. That didn't come from nowhere. That came from our birthday boy that's here with us tonight, the Kohen Gadol. So I want to wish you future years of nachas from your family, in good health, and mea ke'esrim. Happy birthday, Kohen Gadol.
He's completed 9 decades.
Yeah.
He's starting his 100th decade.
Okay.
His 10th decade.
I take off my shoes next time I'm here with you guys.
Okay, we're running out of time, but I do want to ask, Moshe Gruda is here. Moshe Gruda has known my father since he came to Canada, and I would like, Mr. Gruda is also a renowned author. He's written about the Holocaust. I would like him to say a few words. Are we up?
NISON, if it will be quiet, everybody will listen. When I came to Toronto, I started to work in the same place where NISON was working. We became immediately friends. I noticed that this guy has golden end. This guy, whatever he did, was perfect. And there was a time when he helped me out in my enterprise. And we became friends for the last, from 1948. So now, when he was 85, I attended also his birthday party, and I was wishing that I should make it to his 90, and I made it. So I thank you for giving your 90th. I was lucky to celebrate my 96 years ago in Yerushalayim. So it was a special event, naturally. But I'm very pleased to be with NISON on his 90th birthday. Now 90 is the letter Tzaddik. And he became a Tzaddik many, many years ago, because I always admire the way, when I came to visit him, the way the garden was. It was his proud. It was unbelievable. Whatever he did was perfect. So what could I say more? This is the perfect man. Now Hitler got a mapulo because he did not believe that there will be Jews meeting in celebration. His hope was that we are all not existing, but the Son, according to the Bible, according to our Torah, is always on our side in the end. And we have to be proud for this. We are Am Yisrael Chai, and you should not take it easily that we have this privilege to be from the Jewish people. This is my greatest achievement, but I have to thank my parents, and so are all the Jews, but they are existing. We should not be ashamed to be and believe that we are all Lagoyim. Our ethics is always on a higher madrega, and we have to be proud. And when we have guys like this, our life becomes more meaningful. And I wish you that I should live to be at your 95.
Amen.
I wish you all that all of you should have a good life in a prosperous life.
Amen.
Thank you much. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir.
Alon is going to speak before the video presentation, which will follow the meal. Enjoy your meal.
Thank you.
You taught me about dedication, strength, work ethic, conviction, perseverance, and about taking pride in your work. Whenever I hear those words, I think of you. Before, they were just empty words that they tried to teach me at school. But you put life and soul into those words. But you did it without even having to say a word. You did this by example. Exactly, yeah. These are qualities which you show me daily and I admire and I respect. My words cannot do justice to how much you mean to me. You are my link to the past as part of my future. The more time I've been fortunate to spend with you, I realize just how blessed I am to have you as my Zadie. Happy 90th birthday, and enjoy the ride. And here's Karen, going to introduce the video. Can we close the lights?
Shut the lights.
Hold on.
Like, one second.
Okay, Karen, you have to speak nice and loud. Okay, start speaking.
My very generous parents took the time and the patience to put together this presentation. So sit back, relax, and enjoy the show.
Usually when somebody has a birthday, you give them birthday cards and they're always appreciated. But we felt that we would like to have an extra special memento for this occasion. So I'd like to present Zadie with a special award. You want me to open it for you, Zadie? And we picked out the theme because it resembles the eternal flame, having survived all you've been through. We have your special award. I'm going to read it out loud, okay? Okay? Mazel tov, NISON Ciss, on your 90th birthday. You are admired and respected as a Holocaust survivor, as a master tailor, a devoted husband, a wonderful father, a loving Zadie and great-grandfather, a caring uncle, and a true and loyal friend. Happy birthday and best wishes until 120 in good health, with much love and respect from your family and friends. Take a picture. Come on, let's get some people around to take a picture. Come on, Auntie Dolly, come here. Alani. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Zadie. Happy birthday some help. You're gonna help. Come on and help. You did a beautiful job. Okay.
Unimaginably strong, vibrant. Every girl wanted him. I'm not